Here's something most travel videos won't tell you about the Lindos Princess Beach Hotel. If you book directly through their website during peak summer, you'll actually pay about 10% more than if you use Booking.com with a Genius membership. That's right, the direct booking discount they advertise gets wiped out by platform deals, and we're talking real money here, sometimes 50 to 70 euros per night for a family. Now that we've saved you some cash before you even pack your bag, let's talk about whether this 5-star all-inclusive resort on the southern tip of Rhodes is worth your hard-earned vacation days. The Lindos Princess sits in Plimmiri Bay, which means you're about an hour's drive from Rhodes town and the airport. This isn't one of those resorts where you stumble off the plane and collapse poolside 20 minutes later. You're committing to a location, and that location is a relatively quiet stretch of coastline away from the party zones. The hotel went through a major renovation in 2023 and 2024, which matters because some of the older reviews you'll find online are describing a property that doesn't quite exist anymore. The bones are from the 90s, but the skin is fresh. Let's walk through the rooms because this is where you'll be spending your air-conditioned afternoon naps and your morning coffee moments. The superior room is your entry ticket, clocking in at 28 square meters with either a king bed or twins. Think of this as the reliable hatchback of hotel rooms. It does the job without fuss. You get a minibar that's restocked daily as part of the all-inclusive package, which is genuinely useful because sometimes you just want a cold drink at 3 in the afternoon without putting on real pants. The balcony or terrace gives you either sea or garden views, and here's the thing about garden views at beach resorts. They're code for you'll see some greenery and maybe a sliver of blue if you lean way out. The rooms are done in that Mediterranean white and blue palette that looks great in photos and feels pleasantly cool in person. Air conditioning, satellite TV, safe, Wi-Fi, tea and coffee setup, hairdryer, all the basics are covered. Bathrobes and slippers come standard, which is a nice touch that saves packing space. These rooms fit 2 adults and 1 child comfortably, or 2 adults very comfortably. The bathroom is modern post-renovation, with decent water pressure and none of that sad trickle you sometimes get at older properties. The superior family room bumps you up to 35 square meters and adds a second bedroom with bunk beds that kids genuinely get excited about. There's something about bunk beds on vacation that makes children feel like they're at summer camp in the best possible way. You're looking at space for 4 people without everyone sitting on each other's laps, plus a sofa bed if you need to squeeze in one more. 2 TVs mean parents can watch something after the kids crash, which is a small luxury that matters more than you'd think on day 5 of a family vacation. Views are typically garden or pool facing, and the pool view actually delivers because you can watch your kids at the main pool area from your balcony if they're old enough to have some independence. The layout works well for families who need that between adult space and kid chaos. The deluxe room takes the superior and adds about 4 more square meters plus some thoughtful upgrades. You get an Nespresso machine, which sounds small but makes a real difference if you're the type who needs proper coffee before facing humanity. The seating area is actually usable, not just a chair shoved in a corner. These rooms got the 2024 renovation treatment with smart lighting systems that let you control everything from your phone, and the panoramic sea views are legitimately panoramic, not the marketing speak version. The balconies are deeper here, with actual furniture you'd want to sit in for more than 5 minutes. This is the sweet spot for couples who want that upgrade feeling without jumping to sweet prices. You can fit 2 adults and a child, or even squeeze in 2 kids if they're small and you're brave. Now the deluxe bungalow is where things get interesting because you're in a low-rise standalone unit with a thatched roof that makes you feel like you're in a beach movie from the 70s. These are 30 square meters of direct beach access, meaning you walk out your door and you're basically on sand. Some units have an outdoor shower option, which is one of those features that sounds gimmicky until you use it and realize how much better it is to rinse off salt and sand outside rather than tracking it through your room. The private terrace has that Robinson Crusoe vibe without the actual survival hardship. You can fit 2 adults and 2 kids here, though it's really built for couples or small families who value location over square footage. The proximity to the beach means you might hear waves at night, which is either soothing or annoying depending on whether you're a light sleeper. The junior suite jumps to 45 square meters with a separate living room that actually has a door, not just a decorative divider. This matters for families where someone needs to sleep while others are still up, or for couples who want space to spread out. You get a whirlpool bathtub that's big enough for actual use, not just Instagram photos, and a walk-in closet that can handle a week's worth of vacation wardrobe without everything getting wrinkled. The minibar is stocked with premium options here, and you get an iron, which the lower categories don't include. Seafront views mean you're watching the Aegean from multiple angles, and the balcony is large enough for breakfast out there without your knees hitting the table. This room category works for 2 adults and 2 kids, or for couples who just want more breathing room and are willing to pay for it. Family suites clock in at 60 square meters with 2 proper bedrooms and a living area that functions as actual family gathering space. Some of these can be configured as connecting rooms, which is clutch if you're traveling with grandparents or another family and want proximity without sharing a bathroom. The kids' amenities pack includes things like step stools and outlet covers, small touches that show someone actually thought about what families need. Pool or sea views from here are elevated enough that you get good sightlines, and with capacity for 4 adults and 2 kids, you could theoretically fit a small army. This is the category where you stop feeling like you're in a hotel room and start feeling like you have a temporary apartment. The Princess Suite is the top tier at 70 square meters, and some units are 2 levels with a private pool option or a rooftop jacuzzi. This is where you go if you're celebrating something significant or if you just have the budget and want to maximize the experience. Butler service is included, which means someone is coordinating your restaurant reservations and arranging your spa appointments and generally making sure you don't have to think about logistics. The infinity sea views are the kind you see in resort marketing materials, and for once they're not overselling it. These suites fit 4 people comfortably with room to spare, and the design is legitimately luxurious without tipping into gaudy. You're looking at prices that start around €500 per night and go up from there, so this is a splurge category. But if you're going to splurge at an all-inclusive resort, at least you're not paying extra for every drink and meal on top of the room rate. Let's talk about food, because at an all-inclusive resort, the dining situation can make or break your entire trip. The Olympia main restaurant is your buffet headquarters, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with capacity for about 400 people. Breakfast runs from 7 to 10 and you're looking at the full spread. Fresh pastries, Greek yogurt with honey, made-to-order omelets, cold cuts, cheeses, fruit that's actually ripe. The live cooking stations mean you can watch someone make your eggs or pancakes exactly how you want them, which beats the sad steam table eggs you get at lesser properties. Lunch is from noon to 3 with a rotation of salads, grilled meats, pasta stations, and a section dedicated to whatever the themed cuisine is that day. Dinner is the main event from 6:30 to 9:30, and this is where the themed nights come in. Greek night means whole fish grilled with lemon and oregano, moussaka with that perfect creamy bechamel top layer, spanakopita with filo that's actually crispy. Italian night brings out the pizza oven and the pasta station with 5 different sauces. The seafood is legitimately fresh, not frozen and thawed, and you can tell because the texture is right and the flavor isn't muted. The grilled meats come off the open flame with char marks and that smoky flavor that only happens with real fire. Smart casual dress code means you can't show up in a swimsuit, but you don't need to get fancy either. La Pergola is the Italian a la carte spot, and you need a reservation because it only seats about 80 people. Open for dinner from 7 to 10, this is where you go when you want to feel like you're at an actual restaurant instead of a buffet hall. The pasta is made fresh, and they do demonstrations sometimes where you can watch the process. The pizzas come out of a proper oven with crusts that have those leopard spot char marks and just enough chew. Tiramisu here is done right, with layers that are distinct and coffee flavor that's pronounced without being bitter. The atmosphere is more intimate, with tablecloths and actual plating instead of serve yourself chaos. Elegant casual dress code means step it up a notch from lunch attire. The service is slower here, which is either romantic or frustrating depending on whether you have hungry kids with you. Kebab House covers Turkish and Greek grilled specialties, open for lunch and dinner. This is where the mise platters shine, hummus with olive oil pooled in the center, tzatziki with cucumber chunks you can actually see, baba ganoush with that smoky eggplant flavor. The kebabs come off the live grill with meat that's been marinated properly, not just seasoned on the surface. Lamb, chicken, beef, all cooked over open flame so you get that slightly charred exterior and juicy interior. Baklava for dessert has enough honey to be sweet without making your teeth hurt, and the filo layers shatter properly when you cut into them. Casual dress code seats about 60, and reservations are advised but not always required depending on how busy the resort is. Beach Tavern is seasonal, which means it's open when weather permits, typically for lunch from 12:30 to 4 and dinner from 7:30 to 10. This is the seafood specialist, and the location right by the water means you're eating grilled octopus while watching the sun drop into the Aegean. The fish is whole and grilled simply with lemon, olive oil, and herbs, because when the fish is this fresh you don't need to hide it under heavy sauces. Ouzo flows freely here, and there's something about anise-flavored liquor and seafood that just works in the Greek islands. Capacity is about 100, it's walk-in seating, and the sunset timing means you want to arrive early if you want prime tables. Casual dress, sandy feet are acceptable since you're basically on the beach. Galaxy Bar is your pool and lounge situation, open from 10 in the morning until 1 in the morning. This is where you're getting mojitos at 2 in the afternoon and tapas-style snacks when you don't want a full meal. The cocktail list is standard all-inclusive fare, nothing craft or artisanal, but they are made competently and the alcohol isn't bottom shelf. DJ nights happen here, which means it gets loud and crowded, so if you're looking for quiet pool time, avoid this area after 9 at night. Capacity is around 150, casual dress, no reservations needed. Helio's Lobby Bar is your all-day coffee and pastry spot, also open from 10 to 1. Cappuccinos are decent, not specialty shop level but better than instant. Cakes and pastries in the afternoon, and they do a proper afternoon tea service if you're into that. This is the quieter option when Galaxy Bar is too much, and it's where you'll find people working on laptops or reading books. Seats about 80, casual dress, no reservations. The pool situation here is actually well thought out for different types of guests. The main pool is massive at 1,200 square meters, ranging from 0.4 meters deep to 1.6 meters, so you've got shallow areas for kids and deeper sections for actual swimming. This is family central, which means it's lively and loud and full of kids doing cannonballs. Hours are 8 in the morning to 7 at night from May through October. Suns and towels are free, and the poolside bar means you don't have to trek anywhere for drinks. The poolside snack service is included in all-inclusive, so you can get burgers or pizza delivered to your lounger. The layout has some shaded areas, which matters more than you'd think by day 3 when you're sunburned and regretting your life choices. The adults-only infinity pool is 400 square meters of peace and quiet, or at least the absence of screaming children. It's got a swim-up bar, which is one of those vacation experiences that feels indulgent even though it's basically just drinking while standing in water. The infinity edge gives you that visual of water flowing into the horizon, and the views are legitimately stunning. This pool is shallower overall, designed more for lounging than swimming laps. Same hours as the main pool, and the crowd here skews toward couples and solo travelers who paid specifically for the all-inclusive package and want to maximize the bar access. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our best hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.